Hey everyone, and welcome to my MSI GTX 970 graphics card review. This will be my first graphics card review on the channel, but I do have another one coming up hopefully very soon. So I'd like to start out with a little bit of a review on the card, and then we're going to get into some benchmarking. So to start out, it comes from the factory with 3 different core clock settings. That is 1051 base and 1178 in silent mode. Gaming mode is 1114 base and 1253 boost. And OC mode is 1140 base and 1279 boost. The card is a very solid card. It is a 4 GB card. Obviously, everyone's heard of the 3.5 gigabytes plus half a gigabyte memory kind of scandal, whatever you want to call it. But I do think that the card is still very good, very relevant card. Definitely worth it for any mid-tier gaming. Obviously, now that the GTX 1060 is out, you also want to keep an eye on that. But this is about the 970. So, some specifications. Obviously, 4 gigabytes of memory, 256-bit memory interface. It has 2 DVI inputs, 1 HDMI input, and 1 DisplayPort input. It supports DirectX 12, and it features maximum 3-way SLI. That's pretty much it. It has a 8-pin plus 6-pin power connector, and it features MSI's Twin Frozer 5 cooler, which is their, I guess you could say, highest end cooler. Take a look at some pictures of it in my system also. This is back when I had SLI. Looked pretty good, still looks very good now, even though it is all alone. And up next we'll be getting into some benchmarking. So here's the results screen for my first run of Firestrike. This was the GTX 970 not overclocked. It had an overall score of 10,481 and a graphics score of 11,772. That is 57 FPS in the first graphics test and 46.4 in the second graphics test. The GPU did boost up to 1316 megahertz, and I believe 7010 megahertz on the memory. So I will be overclocking it, and then we'll be coming back for a second test. Alright guys, so the overclock is complete. As you can see on the Afterburner page over here, power limit is set to 110%, that's maxed out. I was not able to overvolt it at all. It did not take kindly to any extra voltage, so I just left that stock. I was able to get an extra 200 megahertz on the core and 300 megahertz on the memory. So that set me up to 1516 megahertz on the core and 3,805 on the memory, which is doubled to an effective 7,610. As for the Firestrike score, we improved from 10,481 overall to 11,693 overall, so that's about 10 to 11% increase. The graphics score is 13,384, so that is about 2,600 higher than my stock clocked 970. So I definitely think this is a very good result for it being stock voltage. And next up we're going to get into some GTA 5 benchmarks. And we're back to some Grand Theft Auto 5 benchmarking. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to have the screen split with the left side showing the stock 970 and the right side showing the overclocked 970, so you can compare the frame rates. and all of the settings, obviously 1080p full screen, all the settings on very high. FXAA on and MSAA set to 8 times. So we are going to go ahead and run this and see how it does. So in conclusion guys, I think the GTX 970 is a great card. It does very well at 1080p. It can even get into some 1440p, which I think is a fantastic resolution, both for gaming and for productivity. But we can get into more of that later. The Firestrike scores were pleasantly surprising. They were a little higher than I thought they would be, which I think speaks well to the card. As for Grand Theft Auto 5, it averaged about 40 to 50 FPS stock, and 45 to 55 FPS overclocked. So you saw about a 5 to 7 FPS average gain with the overclock, which I think is very good. If you enjoyed the video, you can hit that like button. If not, hit that dislike button. I would also love if you supported the channel by subscribing. You can also head over to my Twitch channel, linked in the description below, and follow over there. Come over for some live streams and just kind of hang out and have some fun. Take it easy, guys.